Hello. First of all, I would like to say thank you for the opportunity to be here. I think that this is very interesting event and a lot of interesting presentations today. And it's also amazing to learn more about the ecosystem in Korea. And even it has been mentioned that there are some challenges also with the Korean AI ecosystem. Anyway, I feel that Korea has also many opportunities when basically you have so many tech companies, so much history with the hardware and software, and also with so many applications to consumers. So that in that way, I think that Korea is in very interesting position in AI market. I have a really long experience with AI. I would say that over 30 years. So that already when I was in university, we were studying self-organizing maps and that kind of neural networks and so on that were popular over 30 years ago. After that, I have especially worked with my own companies, so that I have founded a few companies, especially in the data analytics, data, and AI areas. I have been very much around the world in Asia, in the US, UK, nowadays live in Monaco. I'm originally from Finland. And today I'm going to have a maybe little bit different angle than many other presentations today. I'm going to talk about personal AI, how all of us could have our own AI, and also a little bit about the verticals to utilize AI in very specific business questions. So that I have actually example about two companies. I'm personally also co-founder. I still work with many startups, so that I have co-founded some companies, but I have also invested in many startup companies, so that I have over 10 companies at the moment in my own portfolio. So let's start with personal AI. You can see the QR code here. And if you scan that one, you can actually chat with my personal AI twin. And it can also speak Korean, so that it is probably easier to talk with my twin than with me. And the idea of this one is that each individual could use AI basically to train personal AI with personal data. So that, for example, I have trained my own AI with articles I have written. Also, I have put my social media comments. I have also added some other material, what I'm interested, what I like to do, what are my preferences, and so on. And in that way, basically, I can train my own personal AI to give answers and comments that are basically based on my insight, my perspective, and my knowledge. And there are basically two models to use this AI. One is personal, so that I can use it privately, so that I can have, for example, my personal data, and basically I can control my own data, so that this data is not given to any third party. It is in my control. And basically then I can ask, for example, in the next year, that what were my experiences from this event in Korea. And then I have this public version, so that anybody can come to talk with my public AI twin. I can also basically adjust what is the tone and style, how it is talking and answering. And what is a really important point in this one is that we often hear that who is going to control the world in the future is those who control AI. And the next question is, who control AI? AI is controlled by those people who control data, because AI is very much based on the data. So that who controls data controls also AI. And if we talk, for example, your personal data and how it is used, I think that it's much better that people can have their own personal data in their own control, and they can have also personal AI, what they can use for their personal needs. And there are plenty of examples, but let's give one simple example that, for example, online stores in e-commerce, when they collect your data, their target is to sell more to you. But if you have your personal data, for example, your personal data and your personal AI, it's working for you, and it tries to find the best deal when you are buying something that fit to your preferences and also for your price point. So that's why AI, personally, it's going to be also important, and it's coming. We heard earlier a comparison to time from mainframe computers to PCs and mobile phones. The same is going to happen also with the AI, so that there will be also personal AI, not only this mainframe AI. My other example is that how to utilize AI to risk management. We know everybody nowadays that geopolitics, local politics, and the business environment is very complex for businesses. Typically, companies have used, for example, consulting companies, McKinsey and so on, to clarify, for example, when they make investment, new production, they go to new markets, how to manage their supply chain, and so on. Misiongrey is a company that basically has built a kind of AI expert to manage risk for the company, so that it can basically monitor what is going on in the world 24/7. And it can then basically make analyses, reports, scenarios, and warnings for businesses. That, for example, now something is happening, for example, in some countries where you are operating, maybe you need a new action plan, what to do in this situation. And the important point with this kind of applications with AI is that you must not anymore think that these applications are like traditional software, like SaaS tool. Typical software is actually very limited, so that you have very fixed use and basically fixed input and fixed output data. But when you think AI applications in your business, it is actually much more like a teammate or employee. So that, for example, this kind of teammate is like expert of the political and legal environment, and you can ask anytime any questions. It can make reports for you, it can work for you, and it can basically work 24/7 also to monitor what's going on, and it can talk to people. So that in that way, I think that AI is also going to change how organizations are working and how employees are working. One example is that there are typically processes in the companies, and then the traditional way has been to automate certain processes. But AI is more like, AI can give also superpowers to individual employees, and it probably is going to change also these processes. Like, for example, in this case, that the risk management people, supply chain people, legal experts, even the top management can always talk with this kind of expert and basically get answers all the time and be also able to be up to date all the time. These are some other examples what kind of information and insight you can get from the this tool so that you can ask any questions, you can get different kind of reports, you can see also some visual and numerical data that, for example, what kind of networks you have in your business and what kind of risks you have. So to summarize my points, in a way, we must also think how we work with AI, that it's not just like a traditional software. It can be almost like a friend or teammate or expert for something. And that means that also how we are living and how we are working is going to change. I know already now that there are many people telling that they are actually talking a couple of hours every evening with AI to basically ask about different topics, to know something, but also about the personal issues and so on. And another point is that most probably and hopefully AI is coming also more decentralized. There are still these big companies that develop these models, but at the same time, the data control is really a key question. Who controls data? Each company must also control part of their own data. Individuals must control their data, and it gives many opportunities to new applications and new solutions in AI area. So that was my very quick summary how I see development at the moment. And as I said, that you can ask more from my AI twin, and you can still send also some messages to me. Thank you very much.